Hello children, today I shall read you a story that is called How the Camel Got His Hump. This story is written by Miles Kelly and the illustrations are by Marta Alvarez. In the beginning of years, when the world was new, there was a camel. The camel did not want to work for the man like the other animals, so he lived in the middle of the howling desert. He ate sticks, prickles, and was most idle. When anybody spoke to him, he said, "Humph," just humph and no more. On Monday, the horse went to see the camel. The horse had a saddle on his back and a bit in his mouth. He said, "Camel, come out and trot like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the horse went away and told the men. On Tuesday, the dog went to see the camel. The dog had a stick in his mouth. He said, "Camel, come and fetch like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the dog went away and told the men. On Wednesday, the ox went to see the camel. The ox had a yoke on his neck. He said, "Camel, come and plow like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the ox went away and told the men. That evening, the men called the horse and the dog and the ox together. He said, "That camel in the howling desert won't work. You three must work double to make up for it." That's not fair, isn't it? That made the horse and the dog and the ox very angry. So they held a powwow on the edge of the desert. The idle camel strolled by and laughed at them. Then he said, "Humph," and went away again. So the three animals went to the journey in charge of all deserts and told him their problem. The horse said, "There's an animal in the middle of your howling desert who is idle and won't work." "That's my camel," said the genie in surprise. "What does he say about it?" "He says, 'Humph,'" said the ox. The genie flew off at once. The genie found the camel being idle. "Camel, what's this I hear of you doing no work?" asked the genie. "Humph," said the camel. So the genie began to think a great magic. "You've given everyone extra work ever since Monday, all on account of your idleness." The genie went on. "Humph," said the camel. So the genie went on thinking a great magic. "I I shouldn't say that again if I were you, said the genie. You might say it once too often, camel. I want you to work. But the camel only said, hump, again. No sooner had the camel said, hump, a third time, that his back began puffing up into a great big hump. There, said the genie, that's your very own hump that you've brought upon your very own self by not working. But how can I work with this hump on my back? Cried the camel. You would not work for 3 days. Your new hump lets you work for 3 days without eating, said the genie. So the camel humped himself, hump and all, and went away from the howling desert. And from that day to this, the camel always has a hump. But we call it a hump now, so as not to hurt his feelings. But he has never yet caught up with the 3 days that he missed at the beginning of the world. And he has never yet learned how to behave. That was our story for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, bye children.